folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is BRZRKR Issue 8 by Boom Studios. Now, there is death, destruction, weird shit, some possibly alien weird shit, and experimentation in this one, so if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's our creative team. So, when we left off B in issue 7, he was put in some kind of special technological box, 2 meters underground in some desert area. The army was around him. They all went like also 2 meters away and just waited to see what would happen. He was going to apply pressure himself. So the issue starts with it was counting down the last one, and it starts with it getting to 0. And then B explodes, kind of in blue light. Right? And that explodes. What am I saying? What explodes? Just a second. Hey, yes, okay. Yes, oops, sorry. Alright, so you see his eyes turn blue. It starts emanating from him. You see in a truck quite far away Cadwell. Sorry, the last issue I call him Cardwell. It's Cadwell, a guy that's a specialist on him. We got Diana, the doctor, or this shrink. And we got Kiever, who's his army handler. So they're all watching his vitals and everything. The blue light starts in him, in his eyes, and then just whooshes right out of him, and a whole lot of destruction starts. The ground is shaking. There's some military jeeps. They're far away, but still, start reaching them too. They start driving away. There's this blue lightning everywhere, and then this black stuff comes out and starts destroying everything. They're told to drive away, but the jeeps don't make it. It's almost like some kind of lightning, and the jeeps, you can tell, are destroyed. And obviously, the men inside them are dead. Codwell, the genius, opens the door of the car. A special car that he is that they're in. Him, Kiever, and Diana, and wants to go out there. Kiever tries to stop him. Are you nuts? As he opens the door, some of that black lightning thing goes right in and hits Diana on the forehead. And then she falls. And Codwell looks at her and said, "She's fine." Are you fucking joking? No, she's fucking not fine. She's slumped on the ground. There's more of that destruction, and then it stops. And then this is when they collect all of them. Yeah, it's a fucking huge lightning explosion there where B's box is. Okay, yeah. Then the cleanup starts. You got helicopters coming. Before that, the 3 military jeeps were asking for helicopter extraction. Unfortunately, they never wouldn't have made it to them. Yeah, cleanup crew comes. Helicopters, cars. You see them taking Diana and putting her in some box, which at first made me think she was dead. And Codwell's still like, it'll all be fine. And he and Kiever go to a helicopter, and Kiever tells him, "I lost 11 men." And Codwell says, "Well, we all knew the risks." And Codwell replies, "Yeah, out in the field, not here, in this experiment." But anyway, they both get on the helicopter, and it flies them to where the Codwell says, this is some evolution for humanity. It's we made a breakthrough, and that breakthrough is a fucking giant crater. And And Kira's like, why am I not surprised? So they fly close to that. They both get off the chopper and they start going down to where B is. Very dangerous, if you ask me, because they just climbed down. What if the stones or something gets loose? Or get loose. Anyway, they reach down. And Kiever says, I don't like this. And Codwell's being a bit condescending to him and says, you're just the foot guy. I'm specialist here. Some specialist you are. They reach the box. Codwell puts in the code. The box opens and B is not there. He's gone. And Kiever's like, you sure you know what's going on? Then we go to what I presume is B, and you see a countdown. We get like panels. 5,000 years ago, 10,000. No, 10,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago. And it goes backwards, backwards, backwards until we reach the day that B's mother was in the cave and that lightning or the god hit her. And you can see B in her womb, which kind of confuses me because does that mean that she was pregnant already and he just got the powers? Does that mean his human dad was his real dad? Or that was after the impregnation. Anyway, the lightning hits. You see the B is a little fetus, and then the blue lightning goes away from there, and it keeps going forward, further and further back in time. And B's flying through it, and you see the blue lightning, and then you see him, uh, still as a blue lightning, but more as a form of a man, and it keeps going backwards and backwards. Back to present day, you got Codwell. He's sitting in some conference room. He's got this kind of sphere with all sorts of cameras around it, and he's talking to it. It's a bunch of the board, I assume. They, make decisions about B and everything like that. And they, want to hear his findings about it. They're like, you lost our valuable asset. Obviously pissed. Where's B? Like, well, what would you call this? This is a fail. This is a fail. And he gets up and he starts walking. He said, "No, it's not. We technically know where he is. With this, with the samples we got, because you also see the frames of where B's in the box 1 minute, and then the one frame he's in the box, and the next frame he's gone." And they're like, with this readings that we got, we might be able to take what we need in order to make the clones alive. And he goes through, and you see a bunch of all sorts of containers. So basically, they made a bunch of Frankenstein bees, not bees. They took, I assume from all the years that B has worked with them, they took body parts and shit like that, and they made Frankenstein versions of him, but they can't get them to live. They need to, they need whatever it is to give them the same blood that would regenerate them. And then they'll have a fucking army, and that is terrifying. But yes, he keeps going, he's telling them that he thinks that he established that they established content and contact, sorry, with, which now makes me think maybe this is all aliens and not actually gods, because then oh wait, let me check again where that happens. Okay, gives back. Okay, yeah, he tells them that they've probably now established contact. And then we briefly go to B again. He says making first contact. He's in the shape of a human man, but now you just see his neurons lighting. And then he's somewhere where it's completely black. Oops, sorry. And he says, and he asks father. And then we go back to Codwell again with the camera flying after him. And when he says making first contact, And then he says, yes, they have. And he goes to another room, and in it there's another container, and inside of it is Diana. So okay, she's alive. She's got a breathing mask. They put her in some suit, and he taps the tank. She's in a tank, not a container. He taps the tank and he says, "Can you hear me, Diana?" Then you have one panel on her, and then the next panel she opens her eyes and they're pitch black. And that's it. That's where the issue ends. Okay. So this is the cover. And it's better than the cover of the 7 issue. At least it's got a bright color that attracts attention. I do like the skulls, but I also like how it doesn't even represent what's happening in the issue itself. Not at all. But yeah, it's a much better. It's a more eye catching cover. I'll say that. But yeah, I wish it would at least represent something of what happened inside, even if it would be false. But yeah, that's the cover. Okay, art. And I do like the detail on the skulls. Okay, so you see you have B inside the box screaming. There's Codwell, there's Diana, and there's Kiever. You see they got the vitals. And then she said, show me. I know what they were expected to see. You see the Jeeps are... those would be Jeeps, right? I think so. You see, they're still pretty far away, but still the explosion and then that weird lightning gets to them and kill. You see, the cars explode something, so they're fucked. And you see more of the weird lightning. There you see, and then Codwell wants to get out. They're like, what are you doing? And then you see, there we go. So wants to get out. He's like telling Diana, are you ready? And she's like, wait, what? Ready for what? Yeah, I didn't get exactly. Did he knew this would happen? Did he want her to get the what? Nah, he probably. How would he have guessed? Although, who knows? Hey, that's the art. Okay. So, some progression, I suppose. Finally, the thing happened. B is gone. Where he is. Does this mean that his father is maybe an alien and not some kind of magical god? And if that is the case, how did B's mother manage to summon it or get in contact with him? In what way? Why did he decide to gift her with a child and shit like that? Where is B currently? Or is it, I imagine it's some kind of place in space or something. What does this mean? And that is the case, then maybe they can actually recreate his blood and shit. If this is all aliens, that I assume would be more possible than with gods. But still, it's not exactly clear what's going to happen then. But yeah, I have questions. And again, it's horrifying that they have a whole army of B. Because if they could get them to be alive, holy shit, can you imagine? Fuck. And what has happened to Diana? The black lightning hit her, but what does it mean now? Does it mean she's now no longer human? Does she now have a link to B? I am curious, I will say, but the further I read in, the more I'm convinced that this should have been a graphic novel. And just the way it paced, you need to read it all together in one go instead of in single issues. It would have worked better because not enough happens in each issue to justify it even being a comic issue. More needs, though. A lot of more modern ones are like that, so that's fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. This would have been better as a graphic novel. But it's getting interesting. More interesting now that it might be aliens. Will B actually meet his father? Did he travel back in time? Because again, it shows that he keeps going backwards and backwards. Did he go back in time? What's happening? Is he gonna be able to talk to his father? And if he finds out what he is, what does this mean? Does it mean that he's not exactly human and they can't really cure him? What will he do? Well, what he should do is destroy all the clones that were made of him, I think. Well, that is, I suppose, left to be seen. Oh, that was issue 8. I now have no idea exactly. Oh, not that I had before how this would wrap up, but now, now I'm even more pondering how it will. Will he get what he wants, or I don't know? Will he stay the same? What's gonna happen to Diana? Will he come back? Well, what else does this Codwell guy have that he can use? It's getting more and more disturbing. Yeah, that was it. That was what happened here. See what happens in issue 9. I do hope to get some more answers about B's ancestry. When we finally get to meet Daddy. And what will his daddy tell him? Or show him? Is he an alien? Will he send him back? Does that mean he can turn now use lightning as well? We'll see. I just don't exactly understand how they knew that with putting pressure on him like that would work. What is even that box? Well, what was it supposed to do? Well, I will find out. Alright, folks, that is it. Let me know if you read issue 8 of this one. What did you think? And remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!